with another video. Woo, 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 woo. And today I'm going to talk about something that has honestly just been on my heart, on my mind. Obviously you guys know what has been going on in the world, and I don't need to tell y'all, but I just feel like it is time for a change. It's time for growth. And so therefore, today's topic is growth. I'm not going to talk about anything that's going on in the world right now because you guys already know, and I don't need to be a reporter to y'all. I am going to talk about my individual journey, my individual growth. I'm going to talk about ways that I have personally been trying to improve my life daily. But before we get into the video, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I appreciate all of you, all of my supporters, all of my viewers, everyone. I thank y'all so much. We are already at 1,000 views total, so thank y'all so much for y'all support. I appreciate it. All right, we're gonna get into the video. So before I even get into the ways I have been growing as a person, I just want to give y'all a little backstory on my life. As some of you may know and some of you may not know, I am 23 years old. I am almost 24. I graduated college last year. Actually, a couple weeks ago, it was a year since I graduated college. So I'm just like, dang, like that was quick. But anyway, I graduated college. I have my bachelor's degree. I mean, for the most part, I'm doing well. I have my own job. For the most part, I'm doing okay. But when I was 14 years old, unfortunately, my father was killed in a car crash, a really bad car crash. So that kind of just changed my world completely upside down when that happened, because it was so unexpected. Clearly life has had its moments, but I also feel like ever since that, it has clearly affected me and my family. So yeah, ever since my father passed away, it has just been, you know, a lot of mixed emotions, a lot of things happening. And I feel like personally with me, I didn't know how to really decipher those emotions. I just knew that I had them, but I didn't really know what to do with them, how to feel better. I just knew that I had these emotions. And for the most part, I do feel like for me, I have handled my father's death really well. Yes, it happened unexpectedly, but it's just kind of was one of those things for me. It was just like, well, you know, he wouldn't want you to be sad, and he wouldn't want you to be, you know, depressed and things like that. So somehow you're just going to have to try to move on. And as harsh as that sounds, I've operated that way for years. And you know, with the death of my father, I realized that I am much stronger than what I would have considered myself. Especially at that age, I was definitely not that I wasn't sad, it's just that I just knew when to be strong and when not to be. And I did have my moments but the thing about that is just that when you get in your feelings and you become down in the dumps, you know, I decided to channel those emotions alone instead of, you know, talking to somebody about it or talking to my mom or family members. It just kind of was like I did it all on my own. And I never really went to my mom about anything because I don't know, I just feel like I didn't know how to tell her my emotions, which I'm sure she had a million more emotions than I did. So I just never went to her. And so starting, I believe in January of this year, I started to go to counseling because I was just like, I think I need it. I've definitely had my trials and tribulations over the years, and I have definitely had moments where my mental health was affected. And so I just was like, I think it's time. It's time to get counseling. It's time to talk to someone and just figure out life in maybe a different perspective and in a better and healthier way. With that being said, you guys, I think it's very important to get therapy. I think everyone needs therapy, whether you had a traumatic childhood, a traumatic life, anything bad happen to you. It don't even have to be like that. I think everyone needs therapy. Everyone needs some type of counseling, and it helps so much, you guys. Like, it helps so much, and I never was opposed to it. It was just something that, unfortunately, I feel like, isn't talked about in my family. I feel like therapy was just something that no one talks about. We don't get therapy, and that's a lot with Black people. In Black families, we don't talk about counseling. We don't talk about mental health. And the thing about it is, we have drunk alcoholic uncles, and we have crackhead aunts, and I mean, the list goes on. We have family members who definitely are mentally ill, but the actual disease itself isn't really brought up, let alone getting them help. And so for me, it was foreign to me to even think about therapy, because I was just like, no, like, I don't think I need it. But at the same time, I just began thinking and opening my mind, and I was just like, I do need therapy. I need someone to talk to. I need to get these emotions out and my feelings out. And ever since I started going to therapy, it's made me really, really sit and think about all the things that I have been through, all the things I am going through, and it makes me think about the woman who I was and the woman who I am becoming. And it's a scary thing. Therapy is very hard, because I feel like you're forced to think about emotionally what you've been through in the past and what you're going through now. And it's hard, but it's great hard work, if that makes sense. It's great to sit back and reflect, and to read and write and talk about it with your therapist, and like, okay, this situation happened. This is how I reacted, but this is how we're going to handle the situation from now on. Or if it happens again, this is how we're going to correct that wrong. You see what I'm saying? We as a Black community need to do better with telling our children, if they feel like they need a therapist, then by all means, let's do it. I think that conversation was never had really in my family, and for me, I just decided to do it because I felt like it was needed. But I think it starts with us. It starts with us younger people to see that it's actually a great thing. If you feel like you're going through something and you don't know how to handle it, and you don't know who to talk to, or you don't want to talk to your family or your friends, then try to seek therapy, because it's really going to help you. I'm telling you, it's going to help you. So one of the things that has been helping me through my therapy journey is journaling again. Now, I used to do journaling. I used to do it a lot when I was in college, when I was going through what I was going through. That's another story time for another day, child. But I started journaling again. I started to write down my emotions and things I was going through. I think it's a great tool to use, because I personally feel better writing it down, reading it again, reflecting on past journal entries. Oh my God, please do that if y'all are journaling. Look back sometimes and look at your old entries, and you just kind of like, dang, like, I made it through that. So please do that if y'all journaling. That's a great tool too. It's just another way of speaking without speaking. You're silent. You're letting your mind talk for you, and it's great. So definitely use journaling if you don't already. Another thing that has helped me during my growth journey is just being a little more vocal about my feelings and expressing my feelings about certain things that may happen or certain situations that may happen. Growing up, I have always been shy. I have always been kind of like a timid person. Don't get me wrong, I definitely, when I felt was needed, would speak up. And I do feel like in certain situations I could have handled it better. So I definitely have learned from my mistakes. But I was that person who, if something happened, I didn't like it, I was going to dwell on that situation all night long. I would be pissed off all night long. And I want to talk about it to the person that actually, did it to me or whatever that happened. Like, I just would never speak on it. And over the years, I've realized that's not healthy, because if anything, it stresses me out. That person going on about their day, and they don't even know that I was probably bothered about it. And I just realized, I was like, that's crazy. That's not healthy. You're going around being mad, Amber, and it's just kind of like, why do that? Why put yourself through that stress, trauma, and be anxious all day about something that, probably gonna occur later on? And I just decided I'm just gonna be more vocal about things and not be apologetic for it, because that was my issue too. When I did speak up, I promise you, y'all, I will always feel bad about it afterwards, because it was just like, number one, I'm not used to that. Two, the person may make me feel like, okay, like, why am I saying what I'm saying? It just always became a situation where it was just too much for me, and I always became the one stressed out and overwhelmed. Nah, that's not healthy. Don't do that. Definitely be vocal. Definitely get your point across respectfully. That's my biggest battle right now, trying to express myself even more. Because I'm just not used to doing that. I'm that type of person. I worry about how somebody may think about what I say to them, and that's crazy, because at the end of the day, if you feel the way about something, you should be able to tell that person, hey, this bothered me, and y'all should have a civil conversation. I definitely am still working on that. I am working on respectfully telling people, when I don't want to do something, or when I don't like something, not really taking into consideration what I have going on or how I may feel. And to a certain extent, I don't mind it when you put me into consideration, when you ask me permission about something. But when it becomes a problem for me, when you just think, oh, well, Amber's gonna do this and Amber's gonna do that because I say so. And I just feel like now that I am getting older and older, I have to create boundaries with people, because I think, sometimes they just don't take into consideration that I may speak up. And that's a problem for a lot of people. It's not up to me to worry about how they may feel, because at the end of the day, I'm my priority first, and I have to allow myself to have a peace of mind. And that, honestly, for years haven't been happening. I would interrupt my peace about a situation that somebody else caused or may have put me in. I'm not perfect, so I do know there has been times where I may have not handled a situation like I was supposed to, and I definitely learn from my mistakes, and I do have those conversations where I apologize and I say, okay, well, I didn't handle that the way that I was supposed to. I didn't handle that maturity and as an adult, and therefore I'm sorry. And those are the conversations that I like to have with people. I like to have a complete dialogue. Don't call me or text me, because that was the biggest thing. I no longer am going to be going back and forth with somebody through text message. Honestly, that's stupid. That's a waste of time. Your fingers gonna be going like this. You will be mad. You will be in your feelings. You will be cursing them out via text message. All of that stuff I have cut out. I really don't have time for that. If we not gonna talk on the phone, meet face to face, then I don't have no time for the drama. Like, when situations like that happen, y'all, especially through text message, child, you could put them on Do Not Disturb. Child, my favorite one, block. Not even respond, child. That's another one. They don't like when you don't respond. People don't like when you don't respond back to these text messages after they done try to talk to you all kind of way. Oh, that kills them. So don't even give them the argument that they want, because honestly, that's how it is with people. They want you to go back and forth with them. And no, that's giving them the power. Don't give nobody your power, y'all. Don't do it. Don't give nobody your power and your peace. You live for you and nobody else. Remember that, okay? So don't allow anybody to disturb your peace at all. Never allow someone to disturb your peace. And that's what I'm learning every day. I want y'all to do is, if you're mad at the time, cool down a little bit, breathe, give yourself however long, because you don't have to respond to that person right away. You don't, because 9 times out of 10, when you do respond immediately and you're fired up and you're mad, it goes down south. So don't do that. Just take a minute to breathe, then you respond in a more respectful manner, and you tell them directly this is what it is and this is what's gonna happen. Because if you don't do that, it's just, I don't see anything wrong growing as a woman, and I don't see anything wrong growing and evolving as a man. We are just trying to make it out here, man. All this stuff happening in this world, the last thing we need is somebody down our back about something that's so stupid. Like, come on now. So don't give them people your power. I feel like with me, I have just learned over the years that I do have a voice and I need to use it. And my last thing with me growing is just taking a minute to acknowledge the positive out of your life, out of your day. This week for me has been crap. Yesterday actually was the best day I've had all week. The rest of the week was just crap for me, and when I said I have been over it, y'all, I just was finding every little thing to complain about. And things did definitely happen throughout the day that I was just like, I can't do it. Like, I am so done with the week. I'm done with life. Like, y'all, like, it was just bad. And I'm trying to do better with that. I'm trying not to complain, especially right now with all of this stuff going on. I find myself complaining. I try to tell myself, Amber, you got a heartbeat. Y'all put your hand over your heart right now. Put your hand over your heart and you feel that. What do you feel? You feel a pulse. And that's why I try to tell myself all the time, like, girl, like, you ain't got no reason to complain, because there's millions of people out here. They don't have a job. They lost their job. They ain't got no money. And you know, the list goes on. People are getting killed left and right by the police, and it's just like, Amber, you need to just calm down. Like, at the end of the day, you have so much things to be grateful for. You made it home safely. You got to work safely. It's just kind of like, I am trying to find the positive out of the day, even if the only positive was the Lord woke me up today and he got me back home safely tonight. Even if that's the only positive, y'all, take that positive and not dwell on the bad stuff that did happen throughout the day, because it can affect you. If you let it, it can affect you. It really can. And I'm so glad that I remember you guys. This can definitely help with your positivity tips throughout the day. So I got introduced to this by my Aunt Diane. Hey, Auntie. I got introduced this to just help me think about the positives of life, positive throughout the day. And what I'm going to share with you is something that my auntie told me. So what it's called is God winks, which basically is just moments throughout the day. It's just like, ooh, only God can do this. Like, that was just a blessing right there. So I'm going to give you a little backstory so y'all can get an example of what a God wink would be. So when I went to Fayetteville to my aunt and uncle house a couple weeks ago, me and my Aunt Diane, we was just shopping or whatever throughout the day. Y'all, let me tell you, I had so many God winks, okay? At the time that I was with them, I wasn't in the best of mood, I'm not gonna lie, but I went there because I just, feel like I wanted a reset, I wanted to refresh, so I just took a little mini vacation to their house. And y'all, when I say that Saturday that I was with Aunt Diane, like, everything was just kind of like just falling into place, or I don't know. I'm gonna tell y'all. So we went to CVS. She was just telling me about all these things that could possibly help with my anxiety and stuff like that. So we went to CVS. I got the last bottle of I can't even remember what it was called, but I got the last bottle of that. We went to get a key for my car key, the remote key. Y'all, when I say for months, my remote key for my car has been broken, and I'm a girl, like, I don't know, I just never thought to think like, oh, let me go get a battery for it. I don't know. So we went to Auto Shop. I literally got the last key battery made for my car. I got the last one in the entire store. Come on now. God wink. The third thing that happened was when we got back to her house, my uncle came in and he was showing me something. I'm looking like, what the heck is that? Y'all, tell me why I drove all the way up there and my windshield wiper was completely broken. It was broken, it was rusted. I had no clue. I mean, and y'all, when I said it was split, hanging, like it looked crazy. And I was like, for real? I was like, I didn't know it was broken. He was like, yeah, I was examining your car and discovered that it was broken, and just like, I just got you new wipers. It was like, I washed your car for you. He vacuumed my car for me. He took off some old school stickers that I had on my back window, and I honestly wanted to get them off, I just never did it. He took those off for me. He filled up my gas tank for me. And another thing was, I had like a GPS holder that was broken. He fixed that before I even got on the road. Y'all, all day long, it was one after the other. And those are what are considered God winks, something that just happens, you know, only for you. I got the last of everything we went in the store for throughout the day. I got the last of it, literally. I just want y'all to use that as a way to record your positives throughout the day. And like I said, even if it's just that the Lord woke you up this morning, that's fine. It don't have to be all peaches and cream every day, because it's not going to be like that, honestly. But that's a perfect example for y'all to remember and to do if you feel like it. So yeah, on that note, y'all, please let me know down in the comments, what are y'all's tips to growing individually and being a better you every single day? What are y'all ways on how to just live life and be positive through all this madness that's going on? So please let me know down in the comments. I'm going to read them and shout y'all out for commenting. I love y'all. Y'all please be safe out here. Please be safe. Wear y'all masks and your gloves, and you got your hand sanitizer and all that stuff. Please comment down below, share, and like this video, y'all. And I will be back next time with another video. I love y'all.